Hello. Oh my god. Are you guys okay? That was really scary. What the fuck is this doing? Hello, my background looks so weird because my room got renovated. Not renovated, but it basically got painted and it's not style to my vibe right now. Welcome back to another chatty get ready with me where I rant about several topics in one video and then I have to figure out what to title the video. Today I was actually gonna film a video at fucking this chair. Guys, you know how much, we all know how much this chair pisses me off, so I can't wait for the day that I can burn this chair and I'm gonna film myself burning it, setting it on fire. I was gonna film an updated tattoo and piercing tour, but my tattoo is not healed yet. My last tattoo I got, if you watch my recent vlog, I got these stars and it's like peeling. So I'm like, maybe I should wait until it's like not having like chunks of like peeling coming off of it. So like when I film the video, it's like actually like aesthetic and nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be using something new today. This is the Rimmel Multitasker. It's like a primer in medium deep. I don't know if that's gonna be too dark, but we'll see. Because the medium shade I gave to my friend. And now I'm looking back, I'm like, was that my smartest choice? I guess we'll wait and see. Because that looks really worrying, to be real with you. Anyway, oh yeah, no, I thought it would be fine. For today's video, I had like a few kind of topics I wanted to talk about. And I've been live streaming a lot lately and I've had like a few people ask certain questions and stuff. And it's given me a lot of ammo almost to make content for YouTube. So that's what kind of inspired me. A lot of the comments, like things people ask me, has a lot to do with like confidence and stuff like that. And I've told people I have like, oh guys, look how orange my face is. I told people like I have an entire video on body confidence and body positivity and stuff like that. So check it out. If you haven't watched it, it's a really good video in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people have messaged me about that and commented on it saying it helped them a lot. So check it out. But so today's one's not really going to be about body and stuff like that. It's more just going to be about confidence kind of in yourself. What jerried my thought for today's video was that I had someone comment, I've had a lot of people ask me like, how am I not scared to like post content? Yeah, basically that's the main thing people say, like, oh, you know, how are you like okay with posting content? Like, how are you not scared that people you went to school with judging you? Well, the color difference of my actual like skin color foundation, oh, what a catch, compared to this is crazy. And yeah, so I just wanted to start with like that kind of, well, and then when someone asked me that, the next thing someone asked me was like, it kind of got me on a rant about how I feel like my opinion of being perceived is I find being perceived fun. My whole life I've always pretended like I'm on a TV show and like cameras are watching me. I've just always found the idea of being perceived fun, and I know some people don't really like it because I had someone explain it to me and it was like they don't like the idea that, like, someone told me like I might have this thing of like I don't like being perceived wrong. And that's true. I don't want people to perceive me the wrong way, like especially online. I feel like in person it's like eh, but like online it's like you know, it's a bit worrying. But like overall people just don't like the idea that people can look at them and make their own kind of judgments about them, like about the way they look or the way they're acting. And I understand like where people come from with that, but like a few of my thinkings is like, okay, are you thinking that because maybe you do that to other people? Like maybe you look at other people and you really judge every move they do. That's why you're not comfortable to do things. And I'm not saying you do, so don't feel attacked, but it could be a potential thing. Because I can imagine like when people say to me like, oh, they're scared to dress a certain way because people might judge them. I don't think I've ever felt that in my life, actually, because I don't think I've ever really cared how other, like really judge how other people dress. I always take people's vibe and they're like, you know how everyone hates on like those Eshe jeans? They're like the jeans that look like kind of acidy washy and they have like the stripes on them. I don't hate those jeans. Everyone hates them and bags guys are wearing them. I actually think they're hot and like they've got a certain vibe to them. Like the same way where I feel like a British chap, that is like a certain type of aesthetic. Like it's a type of aesthetic, and I don't even think that the chav makeup is ugly, because I think it's like a certain type of aesthetic and I like it. So I feel like sometimes if you're someone who like appreciates different fashions and stuff like that, then you might not feel like that. So like if you're someone who feels like, oh, I don't want to dress a certain way because people might judge me, I'm not saying you do, but maybe just reflect and check, well, do I do that? Do I judge people for dressing a certain way? Sometimes maybe you think someone's dressing a bit crazy, that's fine, but is that something that you actively do in your life? Like go out and look at everyone's outfit and judge them and really like be critical of them, because maybe that's why you're afraid of it happening to you as well. And I'm not saying that's what you do, but like sometimes I feel like when people say that, I just wonder like, wait, like do you do that? Is that why you assume that, you know, people are going to do that back to you? And the same way people say to me like, how am I not scared of people from school judging me? Like obviously I think I have the benefit of having gone to a really small school where it's like, you know, there's not as many people who could judge me, but also it's like, I don't think I would judge someone from school if they started posting TikToks, because it's like, I don't know, I just be like, okay, yeah, do it. Like, I don't know, like I've always thought like with people with social media, like some people are like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like when it's someone who you knew was like mean and stuff, it's annoying if they have like a platform, because it's like, no, but you were mean, you don't deserve that. But like for the most part, I just always want people to post. Like I always tell my friends, if you ever want to start doing like content creation and stuff like that, like let me know, I'll help you out, I'll shout you out, I'll do videos with you, I'll help you get a following, like, you know, because I'm just so down for everyone to do it. I'm not really against it. So anyways, I'm going over the point. So the whole idea with being perceived and like how to be okay more with being perceived, in my opinion, is see the fun side of it. Like that's what I like to do in life. I love to like make things fun for me. Otherwise I won't want to do it. I won't want to do things unless it's fun. I won't want to go to work unless I know I can talk a little bit and make it fun for myself. Otherwise I don't want to be there. Like get me out of there. So like if you don't like to go out because people can see you, like treat it more like, how about every time I go out, let me dress up really, really cute in a nice outfit that if people are looking, I'll assume that they're looking and thinking that's a really good outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know why, for me it's fun. Like if I go to the gym and people look at me, I don't really care. Obviously if someone's like staring at me weirdly, which I've had happen before when men have like done weird things to me, like obviously that's upsetting. But if like I walk past and someone turns their head and looks at me, like I love it. Like not in a way like I love it, like I'm obsessed with it, but it's like good. Like you can like look at me, like see me, I'm a human, I'm here, like the same way I can look at you and you're here. And I feel like we're all humans and we're all like, we can all just look at each other and make decisions. I can look at someone and be like, I really love their hair, or I'm gonna look at someone and be like, I don't reckon I could pull that hair off. Like, you know, people are allowed to do that. Like people are allowed to look at you. And I know it's hard because it's like, oh, obviously it's easier said than done, but like I feel like you just got to make it fun and make it like I'm the main character in my life. So all these people that look at me, they're seeing me. Like I'm not no one, I'm not a ghost, I'm not invisible, I'm not in this world by myself. Yeah, having people look at you might be daunting, but at least they're seeing you because you're a human and you're having a human experience of being out in the world and being amongst other humans. And I just think it's really cool. I don't know, like I feel like there's a lot that goes into it, and I understand like the idea of people perceiving you wrong can kind of be upsetting, but at the end of the day, if you know who you are and what you stand for, that even if someone perceives you the wrong way, like who gives a fuck? I think sometimes for me, I need to try and take that advice, but for me sometimes it's like if someone perceives me wrong online, they don't just perceive me wrong, they like if they just put a perceive me wrong, think I'm annoying and keep scrolling, I don't really give a fuck. I couldn't give less of a fuck, I don't know. But if someone perceives me wrong and then has comments about it, or you know, duets a video and says she's fucking annoying, then obviously like that's gonna get to me, because that's someone actually acting on it, which is always gonna be upsetting. I feel like there's a difference between someone perceiving you wrong and someone acting on perceiving you wrong, because that's just like honestly bullying at that point, right? Anyway, even if someone perceives you wrong, you know who you are. And I remember seeing this video, a TikToker, I love her, she made, I forgot her name, I forgot her fucking name, but we follow each other. Elisa, she made a video saying like, if you have had brown hair your whole life, you were born with brown hair, you've always had brown hair, you've never dyed it, and you went to the shopping center and someone came up to you and went like, oh my god, you have red hair, ew, I fucking hate your red hair, you literally have red hair. Are you gonna be like, no, I have brown hair, what are you talking about, my hair's brown? Or are you gonna be like, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. And just like not take any offense, or be like, oh my god, what do you mean, is my hair red? What do you mean my hair's red? Why are you saying my hair's red? Oh my god, why is she saying my hair? Or are you gonna be like, the fuck? I've never had red hair in my life, like this person's crazy, and they're obviously wrong, and then move along with your life. And I feel like that's such a great way to think about things. If you know you're a certain way, you know, and someone tries to tell you that you're not that way, it's kind of just like, or someone perceives you not to be that way, it's kind of just like they're clearly wrong and it doesn't matter. And I'm secure in how I know I am, and it doesn't really matter. You know, if someone was to perceive me as like mean, just say, like, if someone commented I'm mean, I'm obviously going to defend myself. But if someone was to perceive me as being mean, bro, you're literally so wrong. I actually despise mean girls so much. I dealt with mean girls growing up my whole entire life. I dealt with mean girls. I would never purposely be mean to someone ever. So if someone perceives me as being mean, it's like, whatever, fuck you. And then if someone's going around telling people I'm mean, that's when it's a different story, because that's when they're acting on whatever the fuck they think is wrong. You know what I mean? Then it's kind of just like, don't go around telling people and changing people's opinions on me, or commenting things so people can have a different opinion. Like, be a bit real with that. So like, being scared of like people perceiving you wrong, if you know who you are and like what you stand for, and if you know if people like are going to perceive you and think, oh, I look ugly and I look bad, but you think you look beautiful and you love the way you look and you love that out, then their perception is just like incorrect. Everyone can have their own opinion, yeah, and we don't actually, like I was saying this in my life as well, if someone has a different opinion to you, you do not have to hate them. Like, if I wear an outfit and I think it looks really good and someone says it looks bad, I'm not going to think my outfit looks bad then. I'm just going to think maybe they just don't get the vibe and move on. They just don't get it. If someone says, oh, low rise is so ugly, I'm not going to be like, oh my god. No, I'm going to be like, oh, they just don't get the vibe, and continue on with my life. You know what I mean? I think you should take being perceived as fun, and it's a human experience that we're all here to be able to do, and we've done it our whole life. Since we were little kids, we, you know, perceive people. Little kids always look at us and think about what they want to think of us. It's just the human experience, you know? And sometimes we have to be okay with the human experience, because we're not made to just be, what the fuck is the camera doing? What is this lighting, babe? Maybe I need more brightness. I mean, you know, we're not made to just sit indoors and be like, huh, I can't go out there. We're not built to do that. Like, humans are built to do amazing. We have like incredible strength, flexibility, agility, the way our brains work, the way we're able to problem solve and think abstractly, how do you fucking say that word? And think outside of the box and be creative and, you know, make jokes and all this stuff. Like, we have all these abilities that they're human abilities. We're not just made to like not be looked at by others and crumble at the idea of someone possibly judging us, or someone possibly looking and saying, she seems a bit crazy, and then going about their day and never fucking thinking about us again. Like, we're not supposed to like be afraid of moments like that, even though, yeah, it is, because I've dealt with social anxiety stuff a lot as well. Sometimes I just tell myself, like, when I'm scared to go out places and do things, I'm just like, but this is my experience of Earth as well. Like, this is my time on Earth. Why would I hold myself back from doing things out of fear of other people's thoughts? Not out of fear of I might get hurt. Like, I'm not going to go get a train by myself at 3 AM because I might get abducted. Okay, makes sense. But I'm not going to not go to the shopping center and buy something in person because I'm scared people are going to able to look at me and have a thought about me, which is just a natural occurring human thing. That holds you back from so much in your life. And so when people say like, oh, they want to start dressing different, but they're scared of what people are going to think, that's a whole section of your life you're willing to not do because of a thought that someone has in their brain, because of a little tick, 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 tick moment someone might have in their brain, that you might not even know. And it's stopping you from a whole different experience of the world where you could be where you could be dopamine dressing and wearing stuff you like and being creative and expressing yourself. Do you know what I mean? That's like what I say when I say like, I would never stop myself from doing something I love if other people, just because someone else didn't like it. And that obviously doesn't include doing stuff that hurts other people, because, you know, that doesn't count. If people thought my TikToks were cringe, I'm not going to stop doing them because I love making TikToks. If people thought my live streams were cringe and annoying, I'm not going to stop doing them because I actually have so much fun when I'm on live with you guys and talking to you. Like, I honestly enjoy it so much. Do you know what I mean? It's the same way. It's like, I'm not going to stop getting tattoos because my dad doesn't like it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to like try and put this somewhere. Audio. Okay. Today is the worst lighting video, guys. Just accept it. It's the same way where I'm not going to stop myself from getting tattoos that I like just because my parents don't like them, because it's not really harming anyone. So if someone from high school, going back onto the idea of posting, if someone from high school wanted to judge my videos, I would just be like, okay, well, this is something that makes me happy and I don't really give a fuck if you have a negative feeling towards it, because I'm happy and I love to be happy. I prioritize my happiness in everything. And maybe sometimes it can be a bit toxic because you know, I want to do this and I want to do that because I want to be happy. I want to do things that make me happy. Sometimes it can be bad, but maybe it's better than not doing anything because of other people. Do you know what I mean? And so getting back onto the subject of like posting on social media. If you want to post, if you want to start content creating, just do it. Don't think about what someone else might think or say, like, because why is this like backwards? Because at the end of the day, people are always going to have a thought, and if people, for the most part, if people are going to judge you, it's probably because they wish they could do that. Do you know what I mean? And I actually had such a good experience of like on social media in terms of what I post, and I think it's because maybe people like from my school don't want to be doing that, so they're not going to judge me. But like if anyone was to judge you for like trying to post, it's probably because they wish that they had the confidence to do that. Like truly, for the most case, when people like are mean, it's because they're jealous for the most part. Also, sometimes they're just bitter and they just like want to be mean, but a lot of the time it's because they're jealous. And how do I know this? Out of experience. Because whenever I've kind of looked at another content creator or something and like felt meanly towards her, because sometimes I do, like I'll be like, oh, she's doing that for, and I'll be like, Annalise, like I literally pick myself and go, Annalise, you're literally just being jealous right now. You're just being jealous that she got this brand deal and you didn't, or you're just being jealous that people are reacting really well to something they posted and you wish you had that and you need to stop. And I like pick myself up on it. I don't like to be jealous ever. Whenever I have a jealousy, I shut it down so fast, because jealousy is an emotion that stays with you and it connects to that person, and it does not fucking go away for a long time if you don't get on top of it. So when it comes to things like jealousy and stuff, I really like to like control it when I can. Oh, I have a package. 1 second. Fuck, we're getting low on battery. So yeah, how to not be scared of people judging your videos is saying, well, if you like the content you're making and you're having fun doing it, then honestly, don't worry about if other people have something bad to say. If the video you made was a bit shit and people are saying like, you know, oh, the video she made was kind of shit, like her quality was shit or the outfit was ugly, oh, whatever, maybe try and work on it and you know, do that a bit better. But if what you make is what you love and you love watching it back, then honestly don't worry about anyone else. Just post, and who cares? And post, what I also say to people who want to start posting, post the stuff you love, because it'll attract people that like what you love. Therefore, anything you post, everyone will still love it. So with me, I always posted story times, like funny story times of certain jokes that I find funny and things that I find funny, as well as I'll post Y2K, Hello Kitty, pink stuff, girly vibes. So people who follow me for that, they're gonna love, if I post Hello Kitty, they're gonna still appreciate it when I post Sailor Moon. Do you know what I mean? Because they love the stuff that I love. So don't try and appeal to a certain type of audience, appeal to yourself, because it'll bring people like you. Therefore, when you post, you just have to post stuff that you like, and everyone will like it with you. That's just a little tip. But yeah, and then obviously like being perceived online is a whole entire another thing. Like, I understand getting stressed out about like what people think of you online, but that's just a part of the game. If you want to post online, you have to expect that people are going to think of you a certain way. Do your best to, you know, put your best foot forward with how you post yourself online. Try not to have too much. If you're not going to be good with getting like negative comments, don't be too cocky. You know, be a little bit more humble in your content. And you know, you don't really have to worry about stuff like that. I've noticed that people who are more cocky in their videos, and that's fine, you can be like that, they're the ones that tend to get more people saying shit about them, because people don't like cocky people. The same way people also don't like confidence, they also don't like cockiness. And the people who have a go at people who are confident are just fuckwits, they're jealous. But people who have a go at people who are cocky, sometimes you're like, okay, not that I would do it, but like I understand why this attracted this type of person to comment on your video. So I feel like just handle yourself really well. And it's unfortunate, yes, that when you're online, you have to just expect that people are gonna say shit. They shouldn't. I don't fucking say shit. I never comment rude shit, and I never will. But there are some dropkicks out there who want to do that. And if you want to post content, if you want to protect yourself, just try and articulate yourself well in your content. And yeah, I always, like, if I make a video, sometimes I edit it back and I go, you know what, I'm gonna remove this part. Not that what I said was bad, but if someone could take this as, or you know, being a bit cocky, or someone could take this as being a bit entitled, even if it's not entitled. Like, I made a video about how I have an online shopping addiction and how I need people to start putting trigger warnings for cute jeans before they post a video. And then when the video was really funny, honestly, but when I thought about it, I was like, okay, Is it possible for someone to see this and have a go at me for saying what a first world problem to have, that you're obsessed with online shopping? What a way to flex that you can spend money all the time when we're struggling to pay for groceries. And I'm like, you know what, some sad, like the thing is, yeah, that's true, and I'm not fucking rich, by the way, but the thing is, someone out there is gonna have that thought process because they're annoyed at the fact that I have an online shopping addiction because like whatever, it messes with their fucking justice system, whatever they think, and they're gonna comment that, and I just can't be bothered dealing with a comment like that, so I decided not to post the video. So when you're posting content, decide what you are okay and not okay with having critiques on before you upload stuff as well. So with me, I don't really mind if people have a critique on my body or on the way I dress, because I'm very confident in that. But if someone can critique my character because of the way I might articulate myself, then I won't upload it. Someone might see a video of me talking about how I have online shopping addiction as, oh, that's so, oh, look at you, you spend so much money, look at us, we're all like, you know, fucking, you know what I'm trying to say? Versus that is not my personality at all. And like the online shopping addiction is a very real thing, and I don't actually have the money to be spending like that. But, you know, it's something I deal with anyway. But I couldn't be bothered having people say shit knowing that wasn't the case, so I didn't post it. Do you know what I mean? So like, if you're wanting to get into, as I'm saying, like if you want to get into content, just be aware of the things that might, that you might not be okay with people saying about you. Do you know what I mean? Like, because unfortunately, that does happen. The things about being confident, 100% knowing who you are, and another thing to do as well, like being confident when going into new places, like that I'm trying to like go to more content creator spaces and stuff. Like I'm going to be going to, I think I'm going to Melbourne Fashion Festival, and I don't know anyone else who's going, but the way I'm going to deal with it is I'm going to be just having internal dialogue the entire time, talking to myself about everything that happens. And if I need to talk to myself by, because I always talk to myself in general, if I need to talk to myself by whispering to myself, then I will. If I need to vlog the whole experience so I can eventually share to other people how I was feeling, I will, because that's something for me that like helps me. So if for example, if you're scared to go to the gym for the first time, just be talking to yourself the entire time, internal dialogue. Oh my god, I did that so badly. Oh my god, this leg feels harder than the other leg. Oh my god, I just tripped on something. Just be having internal dialogue, because talking to yourself, my opinion, really helps. Even if you talk to yourself out loud. Something I love doing, and if you go to my gym and you see me sometimes, you might see me doing this shit. One, I talk to myself at the gym, yeah, but also, where the fuck is my eyeliner? I just do whatever random shit I feel like doing in that moment. If that means swinging on the Smith machine from side to side, or backwards and forwards, or swinging like, and just having a bit of fun, then I do it, because I'm like, you know what? Does this even fucking go up? Because I'm like, you know, you may as well, if people are already gonna perceive me for just existing, I may as well let them perceive me doing the random shit that I just want to do. And sometimes I think that like, because if someone's just going to perceive me doing a squat and like look at my form, well, you know what, YOLO then they can perceive me swinging backwards and forwards on the Smith machine, or they can perceive me talking to myself, or they can perceive me bopping from side to side to my music, because you know what, it's all just a game, and it's all just a movie, and you're the main character. You know what I mean? Guys, this lighting is terrible. I swear I'm never gonna have lighting this shit again in another video. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta have fun with it and just be like, you know what? No, this is actually fun, and this is actually life. And as I said, it's the experience of life. Like, don't let other people's thoughts stop you from doing something you want to do. If you want to post content, you don't know if the content you decide to post, right? Oh my god, I need to like put the brightness up. Too bright now, honestly. I'm trying to figure out how to use this camera. Oh fuck me, it's way too light. You don't know if you posting content, maybe that doesn't turn you into a content creator, but maybe it connects you with someone that ends up being a good connection, or it connects you with someone who ends up being a lifelong friend. Like, you never know. I'm putting a fan on because it's getting too hot. What doing something will get you. And if you stop yourself from doing something because of other people's judgment, you don't know how that's going to hold you back in your life. You don't know if the day that you decided to go to the shops because you wanted to go shopping, you've been wanting to go shopping by yourself for a long time and you're scared of people judging you, but you decided to go that day, you don't know if you're going to find the freaking cutest pair of jeans you've ever seen in your damn life, and it's the last size in stock, and then you were the last person to ever buy them. You know what I mean? I saw this thing in one of Leo Skeppy's, it was the podcast he did with Trisha Paytas, and I'm not really a big believer in manifestation and stuff like that, but he was saying how like what he's been doing lately is if he feels like he wants to do something, he just does it. So if he's walking home and he decides he wants to walk a different way than normal, he just does it and see where it takes him. And oh my god, this is gonna die. I'm gonna have to finish it on my fucking phone. I'm gonna have to finish this on my damn phone. I never charge my camera. I'm actually a fucking fool sometimes. But anyway, he said that like he'll just turn down a random street, and so I actually did that the other day. I was on a jog, and something in me was okay. So basically, I was on a jog down my street, but then there was like this mowy tradie, and I really didn't want to run past him. So I decided to take a different turn. And then when I did that, I went down this other street that went to go onto a main road. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go onto the main road. So then I had to like go down this random lane that was on that street. And when I went down that lane, I actually like, I was just running for so much longer than I normally would. And then like I ended up getting out. I thought I was lost, but I kept running and running. And then when I finished my run, I finished it at 10 minutes, which I never run for 10 minutes. I usually run for way shorter, like 6 minutes. I finished it. I didn't make it all the way home, but like I finished it and I felt amazing. I got home. I'd been in a bit of a bad state for a bit. I'd been like kind of down. After I did that run, I came home. I put away all my laundry. I was shuffling. I was dancing. I was hacking. I was doing all the things I've been wanting to do that I've been like, that I need to do when I have dopamine. And I was doing. And I honestly just felt like $1,000,000. And it was all because I want to turn down a different road today. And I did. And now I've like discovered that I can run for longer than 6 minutes. I know 10 minutes isn't that long. I can definitely run for even longer than that. But like I discovered a new route that's actually really fun. And I felt like I was going on an adventure instead of just running around my block and being bored and can't wait till it's over. I went on like an adventure and I had like the best time. What I'm trying to say is you never know what doing something that you randomly feel inclined to do will lead you. And obviously that's not like the world's biggest like story. Like, oh my God, I ran for 10 minutes. Oh my God, Nobel Peace Prize. But it's still like I implemented that kind of way of thinking and like I benefited from it. So I feel like if there's something you guys want to do, just do it and don't allow, as I said, a little bippity boppity thing. I can fucking look at someone and say that's an ugly pair of shoes and I can go about my day and never think about them again. I feel like I've only really talked about 2 main points in this world, but I guess that's the idea, like being okay with being perceived. And like, if you want to start making content, if you want to do something, taking the steps and not allowing a thought that someone has to really hold you back, especially because the thoughts, we don't even hear them. People all day long, you could fucking be doing anything and you don't even have to be around people and people could be thinking badly about you. Like, you cannot control what people are. I could be sitting here not even fucking doing anything and someone right now could be talking shit about me saying, oh my God, that Annalise bitch is so annoying. I don't know. So it's not affecting me. And until they do tell me, then I know it's safe because I know for sure. So therefore it's not like, oh my God, what are they thinking? It's like, no, I know they think badly of me. Then I can go and make steps to fix it. Why the fuck did that stop record? Or deal with it when it comes up. And people, and like a quote that I read once was, the strongest version of yourself, or the version of yourself that has to deal with something, will be born in the moment that you have to deal with it. So you might be nervous about starting doing content online, but you haven't even started yet. So what do you have to be scared of? Nothing's even happened. And until something happens, and maybe something does happen, maybe someone says something negative, when it does happen, when it takes place, the version of you that's able to deal with it will happen in that moment. So that's like something I've dealt with a bit. I'm quite nervous of someone else in my life passing away personally. That's just like, that was like really deep for a second. But I'm very scared of how to deal with it because I experienced it for the first time a couple years ago, experienced it for the first time, and I just couldn't believe the emotions that came with it. And sometimes I get so scared thinking about, I'm going to have to deal with that again. And like, how the fuck am I going to deal with that again? I'm sitting in my bed thinking, what happens when this person dies? How the fuck am I going to deal with that? But it's like, you don't need to be thinking about it until it happens, because when it happens, Annalise then is going to know how to deal with it. When it happens, Annalise in that moment is not going to be thinking about Annalise however many years ago that was in her bed thinking, how do I deal with this? Annalise in that moment is just going to fucking deal with it. So I feel like going on to like posting content, being scared of people judging you. If nothing has happened yet, you've got nothing to be afraid of. And once it happens, you will know exactly how to deal with it. You will say, oh, that's fucking shitty of them. Oh, I feel a bit bad. Maybe I won't post for a little bit longer. Or you'll be like, okay, fuck them. They're obviously just jealous and they want to be able to do this. So let me just keep doing it and keep pissing them off. Because another thing is, pissing people off when you're not even doing anything bad is hilarious. I'll make sure it's still recording. Pissing people off when you're not even doing anything is so funny, because it's like, my happy existence, me being pure and happy and enjoying my life, is enough to make you feel mad. And that's just funny, because it's like, that is fucking so stupid. It's just a funny thing to think about. Like, that's something I saw an Instagram quote about that a couple weeks ago, and I've really been sitting with it, because it's like, if I'm making you that mad that you feel the need to comment something rude, and I'm not even doing anything to try and make you mad, I'm just like living life, then that's fucking funny, because how shitty must your life be? And I always say this, I said this before, it's not that it's good when people have shitty lives, but if someone has a shitty enough life that they want to be rude and bring that shittiness onto you, then you know what, maybe whatever they're dealing with is something that they need to be dealing with. And maybe we're just, if we deal with shit things and we don't put shit onto other people, then our shit things, they'll get better. But if you're a shitty person, if you have a shitty life and you're making other people's life shit, then what the fuck? I mean, do you want everyone to suffer? Is that what it is? You don't think, is your suffering not enough that you don't think, fuck, I don't want anyone else to experience this? Anyway, I'm like going on a tangent right now because I just like am so against people being like that. Calm down, Annalise, calm down. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, that's why like you need to like stop judging other people as well. Like catch yourself when you feel yourself judging other people, because you don't want that to happen to yourself. Now, obviously sometimes, you know, we can be like, oh, this person so-and-so, like whatever, I get it. Everyone talks shit. But like when someone's trying to do something different and you say, oh, fucking loser, okay, then be prepared to have that same energy met by you. But if you're not like that to people, then you'll feel like, with me, I'm not that judgy of people that I feel like I don't think that people would judge me. Because in my head, I wouldn't judge them. So if you employ being like that as a person, watch your attitude change. Watch your attitude change about what people are going to think of you. Like if I hear people talking loud, if I heard someone talking loudly in public, like being like, oh, I really like this, oh my God. I would never be like, fuck, because they're fucking loud, shut the fuck up. I would never be like that. Like, because who gives a fuck? So that's why I speak very loud. And sometimes my boyfriend's like, can you speak loud? But like, I'm just like, why? What's wrong with speaking loud? Who cares if someone else hears me? Good if someone else hears me. They can share their opinion with me. They can see if they can actually be persuaded about my opinion that I am voicing to the world. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I'm like, who cares if other people like, oh shit, speak loud? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. That's just a thought process. But obviously it's not always going to be like that. You're not always going to be scared. Like, because sometimes I get worried people are going to misinterpret me. It's not that I try and misinterpret people. That's just like a natural human thing. But I get like that because people tend to comment. It's not like someone misinterprets me and they just like think to themselves, she's a bit annoying and move along with their day. So many of the times people misinterpret me and they just want to say something about it. There's probably so many people out there who don't like me, but they've never commented or said it, and I wouldn't even know because I don't get that many comments, because I like, you know, there's decent people out there. But like for the most part, I know someone's going to say something, so sometimes it makes me nervous. But then again, when it happens, I deal with it. If someone's mean to me, it upsets me, and then guess what? 3 days later, I'm like, I don't actually give a single fuck. And I don't know why I did. That's another thing about socials. I feel like in the moment it feels really intense because it's like online and shit. But a week later, you literally won't give a fuck. There's so many online kind of things I've had myself involved in. Not proper scandals, but like just kind of situations. Well, looking back now, I couldn't give less of a fuck. And that person can go and go and get fucked. But like for the most part, I actually don't give a fuck. Like right now, I feel fine about it. Do you know what I mean? I have to keep checking that it's recording because I don't trust that. Anyway, that was such a tangent I just went on. But I just wanted to talk about that because I want you guys to be confident in yourself and in your life. And I want everyone to have that attitude as well, because then it just makes it safer for us to do things like in life and not have to worry about judgment. Because if we're all learning to be less judgmental in order for us to not feel judged, okay? But then in the long run, everyone just stops being judgy. And I feel like it's a big thing. It is a big thing in Australia. I know people are talking about tall poppy syndrome. And I feel like we can have that sometimes. And sometimes I've had that about like, you know, rich kids and stuff. Or you kind of feel like, oh, of course they can do this. And of course they do that. They're freaking rich. You know, of course some people were saying, someone commented saying like, oh, if you're rich, it's easier for you to be an influencer. And I kind of didn't agree with their comment because I didn't grow up rich and I'm not rich. But maybe they're right. But it's like, we don't need to be shitting on them. Like, I don't understand why we shit on people who like, who gives a fuck if someone's dad bought their car for them? Do you really need to be mad at someone because their dad could afford to buy them a car? We don't. But for some reason in Australia, I feel like we are really like that. Where we'll be like, oh, this fucking private school kids. I mean, yeah, sometimes I am like that too. Like, it's going to be hard for me to try and be less like that because honestly, sometimes, not if you're a private school girl, it's fine. But sometimes the private school girls really prove the stigma they have. So, I mean, it's going to have to definitely be something I'm going to have to try and learn to unlearn and unsee in people when, like, a private school girl acts exactly as I expected her to. But, like, yeah, we have this thing in Australia where we kind of, like, shit on other people for trying things And maybe it's because we don't have as much trying opportunities in our life. Like, I feel like, do we even, like, we don't even have like footy tryouts at school and cheer tryouts at school. Like, if you want to do something, you just go, your parents just sign you up and you do it. In like America, don't they all try out for shit and like get rejected? But we're all like, if someone tries, it's like cringe. But what the fuck at the end of the day is wrong with trying? Trying just means you want to be able to do something, and who cares? It's good if you want to be able to do something. So I'll never judge someone for trying. It's like I will never judge someone for coming to the gym and not knowing how to do stuff at the gym, because bro, they're freaking trying. Like, do you not see how a person is trying to do something and better themselves? Like, shut the fuck up. Get people sometimes. And for the most part, no one judges you when you're new at the gym. I'm gonna be real, because everyone knows what it is to be a beginner and how scary the gym is. Everyone gets it. Anyways, oh, fuck me, get on. Okay, I don't even know what I'm gonna put on my lips. Honestly, I'm like moving too far ahead right now. Okay, guys, well, I am done my makeup. I hope you enjoyed this chat. I hope that you got some things out of it. Sorry if I didn't articulate myself well, but I hope you guys got inspired by whatever, some things if possible. And I hope I wasn't too forward about things like that. Sometimes I overthink it, but yeah. Peace and love, everyone. Have the best day. Mwah.